away. Look at Black, he can't do much, no mana, the free hit is not there. Gian makes it away with a slash and dice combo, can start it off.
Okay, he's going to be Antares, the victim of a gank here, but gets the first blood with all the unleashed power spheres.
Trying to disrupt things in. Whoa, look at the damage!
Oh my lord, what was that? A triple kill! This is a quadra! Hello is very low!
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Garena Collegiate League 2017 Summer Term Hardline Novo Challenge. What you know, of course, before we head into this, we'll be introducing ourselves. I'm Mark, the Get Service Fam. With me is Chisto, will be your casters for today. We're in kanina lang, actually. Nanalo ang Bulacan State University in a clean 2-0 against Holy Angel University and will be our first contender to head into the finals for the North Conference. Pero, of course, syempre, may isa pa tayong best of 3 mga kaibigan. Kaya dito natin matutukoy kung sino ang makakatapat ng Bulacan State University sa ating next game.
Yeah, of course, I should say Bolsu with the upset over the top seeds. Like, really great performance from them, and we'll be sure to be watching this next series, trying to scout out who potentially might be their next opponent.
Sorry, a little bit of a I was thinking like, oh, who are you gonna go for? Like, okay, but anyway, it's interesting because if we're gonna look at it by history, I think there's a lot more expectation for University of the Cordilleras just because they have had a history in the Collegiate League and they're actually one of the top contenders for the North Conference. Like aside from Holy Angel University, if there's one more team that surpasses expectation in the Collegiate League, definitely them. So let's go ahead and see if University of Cordilleras can manage to pull off a win, or of course, we're all newcomers. Manawag National High School managed to make it to the next level. Meanwhile, looking at our bans right now, looks like Oriana, Saya, as well as the Camille gonna be locked in for University of Cordilleras. Meanwhile, no bans coming out from Manawag National High School. I'm actually wondering if it might be in relation to certain swap roles. I mean, we've had that a lot recently in the LCL, wherein whenever a player isn't playing the role that they aren't registered for initially, they can play out different roles. It's just that if they're gonna execute that, then
there's a penalty. You will lose bans, so that will limit your strategy a lot as far as pick and ban goes. But what that does mean is that more champions are available, more versatility is up, but with no bans coming from MNHS, it will be the Orn for UC, and we've seen Orn a lot.
I think it's
very, very high priority among most teams.
And it's tricky in the sense that it's a bad position to be in for MNHS because not only do they lose all these 3... Okay, so we just got word that MNHS lost all 3 bans because they were late for their game. So that's...
Gotta be on time, people.
Yep. Time is of the essence. But regardless, as I was about to say, ang tricky part kasi dito for MNHS is they lose out on 3 bans, tapos second pick pa sila. So parang wide open window siya for University of the Cordilleras to secure who they want within their first pick, knowing na walang na-deny sa kanila within that first rotation of bans.
Yeah, but looking at what has been picked up, both teams, there's so much engaged, really. Orn and Zach, as well as Sejuani and Poppy's huge, beefy tanks in the front line. Man, I feel bad for who has to play AD carry version of those because there can be such a pain to deal with.
True, and overall, quick review of bans that have come out. Varus and Jana within the second rotation, as well as Vladimir and Ludu.
Bard! I really like this pick for MNHS. Bard, one of those very playmaking heavy supports with a Tempered Fate. You can set up a lot for your team.
I'm having flashbacks of season... What is this, like late season 6 to early season 7, I think?
Bard is one of those supports who hasn't really fallen out of meta. He's just a tier below what is actually the best. I think he's very strong pick, actually, and I think more support should be playing him.
But overall, let's go in and see, though. I mean, MNHS, really interesting draft here. I'm not just talking about the Bard. I mean, including the Poppy, pair that off with the Sejuani, LeBlanc, and Twitch. Makes for an interesting composition. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and check out University of the Cordilleras, though. So, interesting as well. These are 2 interesting drafts, actually, now that I look at it. I mean, the Orin paired with the Zach as well as a Tarek, and then you have that Talia and Tristana to lead the fray. So, interesting game one that we'll have for this best of 3.
Yeah, you see, they're gonna try to impact the side lanes as much as possible because we all know Zac, very oppressive jungler, has that huge range on Elastic Slingshot. Gonna try to surprise the members of MNHS and the Talia as well. We all know once she gets that Weaver's Wall available, it enables her to go for these moves towards the side lanes. But both teams right now, they are grouped up. Will they be able to find each other though? I don't think MNHS see this. Oh, they've snuck in.
Sneaky, sneaky, just within enough range to make sure that they don't end up there. This is going to be huge for UC if they could actually catch out the bot laners.
Oh, I think they're going to find each other. Oh. There's only 4 members of MNHS. Well, the Warrior will spot them.
Oh, this is interesting that we'll spot each other out. And anticlimactic, unfortunately, won't be seeing the action that we were hoping to see. That level 1 brawl. So, yeah, for the meantime, everything is safe and sound on Summerson.
Oh, is it?
Oh, see, Vertical, though, will get caught out, though. First blood. I guess I'll have to retract that statement.
Instantly corrected there, Arctic. And Vertical gets caught out in his own jungle. And he has vision. He knows 5 members are there. He doesn't respect the damage coming out of him. He gets stunned by the Taric and he'll give up first blood. It is on a support though, so that is one consolation, I should say, for MNHS.
Still a lot of room for MNHS to maneuver. It's not the end of the world, it's just an early start off, still a lot of room. I think they're still equal regardless. So the first blood, not really as heavy of a advantage for UC. It's small, but we'll just have to see. It all comes down to execution here, ladies and gents.
But 400 gold on a support. They'll be very happy to have that. Makes you rush your Sightstone even faster, possibly go for even more cheesy builds.
Yep, definitely. We'll see if ever University of the Cordilleras, there's a lot of options that they could work because with this advantage from that Taric,
they're so aggressive.
Looks like they're going to jump in right away onto Hatred as well as Lera. Hatred just so low. Of course, the Flash Seal, that will be the exhaust as well. Won't be able to take him down though. Those were a lot of summoners expended. Meanwhile, wow, that's pretty...
Yeah, the level 2 all-in coming there, and that is what you need to do if you do hit level 2 earlier in lane. But if the Bard started anything else aside from that W, the Twitch would have gone down for sure.
Now take note, looks like Vaughn will be looking for something here towards the top side. He is lingering, will get caught up by that ward from Clarity though, so good practical measure from Clarity to make sure that he doesn't get any early on surprise from Vaughn.
Yeah, but they're trading.
A little bit of trade right there. Clarity taking quite a bit. Looks like Kiel will emerge a little bit more on the upper spectrum there, getting quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile,
oh, did you see this?
Vaughn junglers will manage to spot it out. Great deny coming in from Clarity right then and there. Meanwhile, looks like Droxy biting off a little bit more than he could chew. Quite low. There's going to be a kill. Just one auto attack to secure the deal. Meanwhile, Clarity is slowly trying to back away. We'll try to
I think he got it
down Kissy, but no further casualties there.
Yeah,
but
and
still 1-0 UC.
Yeah, great 2v2 fight there for UC. They come out on top, and that's just the power of Orin. He's very relevant throughout any stage of the game. He deals so much more damage if you let him stack his Bellows Breath on you. The percent health damage really shreds through all of these tanks, and with the Poppy pick, I should point out, it does deny the Zac a lot of gank pressure in the top lane. It'll be very hard for Vaughn to set anything up there.
Go ahead and see though. I mean, UC definitely a great start to them, living up to expectations, I gotta say. But all comes to transition here once we hit later parts of the game. Will MNHS again? It's interesting because for both sides, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, UC a lot of expectations just because of their experience in the LCL. I mean, like Clarity taking a bit of damage there. These are just 2 top laners though trading off. But yeah, as I was saying, UC coming in this with a lot more experience in the collegiate league. Meanwhile, from Manawag National High School, sila yung medyo bago sa league. So. Oh, looks like this is an extended fight though. Clarity gonna pursue because Droxy is within the vicinity. Will manage to catch it out. Kiel looks like won't be able to run out. Will be able to outplay though. Will actually get Clarity to quite a bit of his help there. That will be the knock-in onto Vaughn though. But looks like Droxy will try to make a sweet escape. Vaughn securing the kill onto Clarity. And that will be a great response coming in from JP. Good room.
Yeah, and this is the strength of Talia, able to impact the silence with her bonus move speed across walls. She gets there first, beating out LeBlanc, and with that being said, the counter gang, just great play from UC.
And man, the interesting part here is that for JP at least, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of Talia in the LCL lately, but for some reason, I haven't really seen as many Talias play the kind of impact, taking advantage of the passive to get some early roam. So it's refreshing to see that I'm finally seeing someone in the form of UC actually utilize that roam potential from Talia within the first few minutes of the game.
Yeah, but still, I'd like to see more of this proactivity coming from MNHS. They are making those moves to try and get back in the game. And this is what you want to do if you want to come back. But usually, they're just responding very, very well.
Man, oh man, let's go ahead and see. Looking at CS differences though, it is interesting to know that Franz, at least for Hatred that is up 50 to 37. So that's a small consolation amidst German Strong that happened earlier, which resulted to the first blood going to Japs. But yeah, this is looking pretty good for UC so far because aside from that bot lane, across the board, most of everyone is up in CS from mid lane. And take note, JP made a roam to top lane, so the fact that he is still up in CS is a pretty interesting feat right there.
Yeah, definitely for UC, this early game is going exactly the way they wanted. And once Talia, I should say, Talia already has Weaver's Wall, and that just adds so much more map pressure, the semi-global ability. Oh, will Vertigo find anything?
Vertigo gets a little bit of damage right there, and then on to JP. Gets some sand to him out, but still looks like things are still pretty balanced between the lane. That will be the jump in coming in from France, knowing that the stun is down for Lyra. Gets quite a bit of damage onto that Bard. Meanwhile, France does have to back away. Hatred able to retaliate with a bit of damage on his own. So, pretty good.
Yeah, the Taric will be able to heal up that Justana fairly quickly though if they do decide to stay in lane, but it looks like they are trying to go for a rather aggressive move here. They've invaded.
Meanwhile, looks like we are seeing a lot of pings coming in from both sides there. Looks like Lyra gonna go in. Is it gonna be into his death though? Actually managed to slow down Jazz, but meanwhile France is forced to deal with Vertigo. Does manage to escape his way out of there though before he gets that route. Meanwhile, Vaughn and JP are on his case. That you're gonna have to contend with 4 members.
Or an STP.
MNHS, that's gonna be Vaughn. Goes straight into the blobs, and that will be a kill onto Josh.
Oh my god!
Look at all the members of MNHS going down to JP. Hatred might be the next casualty here. That looks like Vaughn will secure the kill. Vertigo will try to run this out. He is a LeBlanc though. That will be the flash away to safety, ending in a 3-0 in favor of UC. Wow.
Oh, will they find more? It's the call of Forge God!
Clarity, that will be the Forge God not able to throw back the Ram. So good timing there for Clarity, but Clarity not want to recall right there, my friend. But Kiel a little bit lower on mana, so looks like he could breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, what a turnaround for UC in that fight. You thought France would go down to Vertical, but the last second flash, just the last frame saves his life. Man, UC turning it up.
And even the numbers game were pretty much in MNH's favor throughout the entire fight. But still, the fact that they came out without even a single kill onto UC side, man, this is a pretty crazy game that we're having. And UC gladly going to take that, having all the advantages in the world only less than 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and even though MNHS did have the numbers advantage, all of them were focused onto Vaughn, onto the Zac, and it took them so long to kill. It just allowed JP on this Talia to constantly shove those rocks at them and just destroy them in a team fight.
Now looks like Jockey gonna make his way onto JP right there, but looks like JP will be able to secure himself to safety. No teleport response needed, so everything's safe and sound for him. No casualties yet from UC. This is quite a bit though, quite a bit to contend with.
Hatred is being sneaky.
Oh, Hatred just sneaky and one hit.
He's introducing himself. Whoa, the jungle!
Yeah, oh, Droxy though has to be careful. Gonna be pursued by both JP as well as Vaughn. Droxy trying to run this out, but still actually gets restrained. Gets a few hits here and there from the Dragon. A little bit of assist right there, but that's gonna be the stun. They do manage to allow Droxy to survive for a little bit more. Droxy does manage to survive, but looks like Jeff's gonna get the full Raspberry Layer, getting the kill onto him. Meanwhile, you're looking for a retaliation. You see, are forced to back away, seeing that Clarity is within the fray. Franz, be careful, my friend, and down he goes to Vertical. Vaughn trying to run this out as well. Take no passive for him. Hatred manages to get the kill. JP trying to run this out. Clarity gets the kill, and that will be vengeance for MNHS 4-0.
Yeah, MNHS with a 5-man collapse in the bot lane. They instantly pick up 4 kills for themselves, and I think it will mean a free Ocean Drake for MNHS, and they're back in this game.
Well, look at MNHS taking out on this dragon. That will be a good contention for them. And overall, great comeback as well. Because earlier we were seeing quite a lead from UC, almost more than 3,000 of goal difference. But this will allow MNHS to get back onto equal terrain, closing out that goal lead to half than what it was earlier.
Yeah, the teleport advantage there for MNHS really coming up huge. Having that numbers advantage, having the right focus on the targets as well. And let's see how this all starts out. It was UC trying to chase down Sejuani here, but the Tempered Fate will stop their engagement, buy them so much time. And look at Hatred on this Twitch. He's untouched throughout the entirety of this fight, and he just shreds through the members of UC.
I gotta say, I mean, earlier you were talking about how Bard was such a great pick for MNHS, and if you're gonna look at most of this fight, a lot of the reason that MNHS wasn't able to go for this 4-0 was because of the proactivity coming in from Layer there on this part. A lot of his plays really sealed the deal for that comeback.
Yeah, the Tempered Fate, right? They're zoning out the rest of UC from cleaning up that fight, and it just bought so much more time for MNHS to reposition and reevaluate the fight and turn things in their favor.
Meanwhile, looks like Yell gonna get the knockup onto Clarity right there. Well, looking straight off. Looks like towards bot. That's where the action is happening. Hatred taking quite a bit right there, isolated from his support, and down he goes. Leira will try to run this out, but here comes JP. Manages to secure the kill and meet him towards the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and the instant response from the members of UC, they just go towards that ball lane because they know MNHS, they don't have summoners. We can go for this aggressive move. And having that Talia for them, having all that range on the Zac, right there, we see the strength of it. And I don't think they can actually take down Ornn.
Meanwhile, looks like things are looking Ari for MNHS. UC was able to get a good recovery, slowly building up the holding in their favor again. Still a lot of room for MNHS to set back on equal ground though, so looks like we won't be seeing any clear leads just yet from either side. Kiel getting a shove up towards top side into Clarity. Take note though, again, a lot of it is manifesting towards this CS difference though. Across the board, everybody is all up onto their counterparts. Even earlier, Hatred was up around roughly 10 to 20 onto France, but seems like the tables have turned across the board. And I think this big difference that we're seeing from UC is a culmination of everything from that first turret thing to CS advantage. Even the overall kills 8-4.
Yeah, I think for right. Oh, there's a gang!
Locked in, coming in from Droxy right there. Looks like JP will be able to take advantage of that cleanse, but does not necessarily deter MNHS from getting the kill on him. Meanwhile, Vaughn a little bit too late for the party.
Yeah, even the JP having the fancy feet right there, dodging out of most of LeBlanc's abilities. There's just too much damage to deal with, and he does go down.
Man, this is just a little bit of ping pong here. Manawag National High School showing lots of signs of fight.
Yeah, they have a window to work with here. Now that Talia is off the map, that is some of the map pressure denied from UC, and I don't think they are going to be able to push out versus this Ornn. UC already rotating their top laner now that they've taken down the bot lane tower. They're going to try and move this Justana all across the map, just shred through these outer turrets. Ooh, you have to respect the damage coming out of Poppy.
Yep, indeed. It's so refreshing to see a Poppy again, but meanwhile, towards this bot side, looks like the lane swap has already been executed as seen time. So, moving towards this bot side, looks like we'll make a recall to rendezvous with his ADC though, as Kisi already taking full control of the bot lane. So, it looks like we won't be seeing... Oh, Droxy though. A lot of aggression here. Look at the confidence. MNH starting to linger around, establish offensive vision onto the side of UC. Like
you can cut them off.
Set up here. Take note. That's the advantage of Sejuani and LeBlanc. Luckily,
yeah, they can dash over walls. It's a huge advantage in this game.
It's like, oh no, no blasting cone? No problem.
And looking at how the map is right now, Infernal Drake will be spawning in the next minute. And if the members of UC will stay top lane, that means they won't be able to contest this Drake. I expect them to move towards that objective once the timer gets low enough. Justana and Tarek will go back towards that bot area, try and work towards securing this Infernal Drake for themselves.
Meanwhile, looks like QC getting quite a shove out here towards bot side. Turret is down, so that will be a wave slowly pushing in deeper into the side of MNHS. Meanwhile, that will lead to MNHS sometime soon needing to contend with that wave. KC, it looks like he'll just continue to shove that out though, so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nobody trying to deal with this Ornn at the moment. They don't want to match a split push yet. They are going to be sending members there to catch the wave soon, and I think it will go over to Hatred Switch.
And this is just suddenly a slower pace that we're seeing here. It looks like it will be Lyra along with Hatred to deal with the wave pushed out by QC. That will give a great signal for UC, though, seeing that most of MNHS's units are towards broadside. We'll go for this repair.
This is perfectly timed by UC. The Infernal Drake is just spawning. Once they secure this Rift Herald, they can move towards the mid lane, spawn the Rift Herald there, and while MNHS is dealing with that push, they can just go straight towards that Infernal Drake and take it for themselves.
All about the long-term goals happening for UC here. Let's go ahead and see. It looks like they will be passing it on to UC, so that will actually make for a great setup there. He is going back to top side. That will be...
It's actually on Vaughn.
Yeah. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. So it's on Vaughn. So looks like slowly making their way towards this dragon. So go ahead and see they're going to start establishing a little bit of control. They're not wanting to give up one of the more juicier objectives of this game.
Yeah, during the next team fight, we have to watch out for both AD carries because Franz, he has that Infinity Edge completed, whereas for the Twitch, only a Rune on Hurricane BF started. The fights will really be decided on how both of these ADCs position themselves. Whoa, Hatred.
They're going to go in. Lyra as well joins the fray.
Oh, there's a teleport.
Forced to flash away. Looks like UC might go on the offense now as MNHS potentially could be going for this Infernal Drake.
Yeah, both teams will be very happy to secure this for themselves, and really, I see a fight brewing, Arctic.
No takes just yet. MNHS playing it a little bit more careful, not wanting to push the boundaries just yet.
They do have mid priority, which means the wave will be pushing in towards UC's tower. How will they respond?
All 5 members lingering towards this dragon side to mid part, so looks like that will be a jump in coming in from Vaughn. Will back away though. No initiates, no fights just yet.
Yeah, just out of range right there from the Zac engage. And even if Zac's slingshot goes for so long, it's safe enough there with...
Oh, Rift Herald is going to come in. I smell something brewing. Vaughn goes in onto the members of MNHS. Looks like
here comes the fight.
Coming in. They managed to kidnap 2 members coming from MNHS, and down they go, friends. Getting the kill onto Polarity. That will force MNHS into a more defensive position. That's where it goes.
Oh, what a
knock-up on to the members of MNHS. They're slowly needing to back away. 3 members already down. That will be the double kill for JB right there. Only the Sejuani and LeBlanc to go on the defense. Rift Herald still very healthy. Going to ram himself into that vertical and Droxy. They're trying to go on defense, but still, UC with all the numbers working in their favor, able to get that inner turret. Vertical, and down he goes to JP. Looks like Droxy might be the next casualty here, and that will be the ace. Man, a lot of value out of that one fight. Looks like they're not done just yet. They're going to go for this inhibitor turret.
They might be able to secure this inhibitor as well, and a clean ace for University of Cordilleras just off of that massive 3-man knockup off of Ornn's Searing Charge. And my god, UC just turning it up really quickly.
All they needed was that one prolonged fight. And overall, look at the goal difference. Suddenly spiraling out of control for UC. 35.4 to 27.2.
What a huge power play by UC. They just took everything. And now Infernal Drake as well. Salt in the wound for MNHS.
All it took, just one fight to turn things around, one massive fight leading up to that ace, and with that trigger pulled, things are looking pretty good for UC. I mean, with this lead, they could potentially establish much more control. And there's going to be a lot more precautions by MNHS, which will further limit them.
Yeah, let's see how will Manawag National High School respond, because for majority of this game, they did have a lead. They were controlling the better parts of the early game, but just one team fight, just things didn't go their way. And now UC are just in such a controlling position to dictate how the rest of this game goes.
And oh man, meanwhile, looks like MNHS slowly starting to develop a little bit more defensive vision towards their side, particularly towards Baron, because if UC manages to secure this Baron, this could potentially be game over.
Yeah, let's
go ahead and check out the
break down this team fight here. With a Poppy ult burned, that's one less CC option left. And Clarity, he's gonna dive alone here. He's gonna try and buy time for his team. Unfortunately, the focus is great from UC. They're able to take down the tank line of MNHS instantly. And with no Poppy to protect the backline, this Twitch is just gonna have such hard. But look at the searing charge that really sealed the fight for UC.
And the damage just coming from JP, absolutely insane. And it's so tricky because if you're going to look at MNHS for the most part of the fight, they were so clumped together and just got the full onslaught of that damage right then and there. And
oh, they're going to catch
that's
one!
Going to be a full lockdown onto JP, though. JP throws down like crazy. That will be fun. Managing to secure MNHS under turret, though. That will be calling the forward gun. That will be 2 members of MNHS that pay the price, though. And man, that fight will end right then and there. Joust actually goes in. That will be the stun onto Lyra. Vaughn jumps in for the fight. PC as well will be joining the fray. Hatred goes down. Meanwhile, 3 members still on Clarity's case. They're going to continue the chase. That won't be a
so aggressive,
though, but that will be Vaughn jumping in. Gets cancelled out by Clarity, though. Good maneuver right there. Not even needing friends in that fight, not to mention. So, pretty nifty.
Yeah, so much aggression coming from UC there. And whoa, wow. This is a very aggressive call. There is no Twitch on the map.
Infernal break for boosted damage. They will make good work of it. Lyra will make his way. Is going to try to prolong this. Meanwhile, Jap's going to try to push out MNHS from going into this Baron. Clarity going to push out France right there. Not able to knock him into the wall.
This be very careful. Steals do happen.
Gets stunned, and that will indeed be Baron secure for University of Cordilleras into a fight. Clarity goes down, and mission accomplished. UC not even suffering one casualty and secures the Baron.
Yeah, and that might be the move that will give UC this game. Having the Baron, having all these fed members, they can just really push down, barrel down the mid lane and take down whatever they want.
Gotta give my commendations to the supports for both teams here. Both have been integral parts as far as what success they've been seeing thus far here in this game 1. But overall, that stun was so clutch, able to deny Droxy at the last minute from Glacial assaulting into that Baron pit for the steal. And this is going to be big for UC.
It's a huge wave as well.
They could potentially finish this out. Take note, more than 12,000 of gold difference. That's just way too much for MNHS to come back with so early on in the game.
Yeah, I think MNHS, they have to climb out of this massive hole that UC has put them in. They need to get more gold, more items on this Twitch. We've seen these Twitch players just 1v5 once late game comes, but he's just so far off from that at the moment. I wonder how long can MNHS stall?
And there's just not a single person on MNHS right now that could deal with University of Cordilleras. If anything, almost every single member has been shut down, from the carries to even the members who you'd hope to be more tankier. Take note, look at the builds coming in from the Sejuani. Cinderhawk along with a Locket of the Iron Solari. It's more on health, not really as much of that beefy armor or magic stats that could help deal with the full damage coming in from UC. And that's going to make Droxy quite vulnerable though, because even with a lot of health, that's kind of
Vertigo.
Oh, Vaughn going to jump in onto Vertigo. That will be a stun, not quite connecting. But here comes the rest of MNHS to go for the response. Vaughn just so tanky though. Clarity able to ram Joust right into the wall. That will be Droxy.
Oh, we're going to see a fight!
That will be Clarity knocking away the Taric. But meanwhile, UC forced to back away. There are low health members. Clarity very low. Forced to deal with France right there. That will be calling the fourth one. Does not seek any targets, but France gets the kill onto Clarity. That will be Kisi as well, getting the kill onto Hatred. 3 members of MNHS are down already. Vertigo trying to run this out. Make that 4 members. LeBlanc trying to run this out. Jap not going to allow this LeBlanc to make the recall.
Yeah, it's going to buy time. It's going to buy time for the rest of this team to push down the mid lane. 4 members down. How much can UC take?
Jap's getting the root right there, but still Vertigo just forced to deal with Jap's, not allowed any form of recall. Jap's really continuing to deny. Vertigo gets the root, won't get the kill just yet onto Jap's though. Here comes JP. Take note though, the rest of MNHS are pushing out turrets here. Inhibitor is already down towards mid lane. Vertigo looks like we'll get the kill onto Taric, but at what cost? Inhibitors are slowly going down here. Clarity looks like he's up along with Droxy. The rest of MNHS squad is up and running. Vertigo still trying to run away. Take note, his mana bar is quite low though. Just how long can he survive? That's quite a bit of damage he's taking there from JP. There's a few hits more. Actually managed to store himself his way out of there. Oh, but he's still not out though. JP's not done just yet. Meanwhile, Vertigo waiting for that distortion. Okay. Accepts his fate.
He accepted finally. He didn't have any more mana for that distortion, and JP
came to terms with himself, just realized that, yeah, I'm ready
Yeah,
to
what are your
take
final words? I have no mana, bro. Can't hop over the wall.
Yep, pretty much. 22-8 on the scoreboard right now with a 14,000 gold lead, but this difference doesn't really matter. It's just so clear at this point. Anybody can tell that University of the Cordilleras spearheading themselves in a potential win. And look, another Infernal Drake. That's just going to make them all the more painful for MNHS to deal with in this case.
Yeah, definitely. MNHS, they just are in such a bad spot at the moment. I think at this point, Arctic realistically need to be thinking about Game 2 and how they're going to reset versus UC.
Indeed, because at this point, I just don't see any way MNHS could come back in this unless UC makes some kind of monumental slip-up. But overall, looks like this could potentially be UC's game. Take no turret towards top side. Quite low right there. Looks like they're going to rotate towards bot side, though. Good maneuver right there, because they could easily make a rotation towards top after taking down bot. But let's go ahead and see. UC is starting to clump up together. Nobody gonna go for a split push game. Teleport is down for Kisi, so they couldn't afford it. But that will be another turret into their pocket.
Yeah, the next team fight, even though they are behind, it can still be massive. But oh, they've got LeBlanc!
Oh, Vertigo has to distort himself out of there, but Take No Bot is taking quite a bit from Major. That will be a moment of invulnerability coming in from Jabs, though. UC, this is going to be big for them. Meanwhile, Take No, Francis pushing out the outside, but he comes into the fight. Hatred goes down. Vertigo will be the next casualty, but no, looks like the rest of MNHS have to fend for themselves. Meanwhile, Clarity has been left in the back of the line. Will be going down. Fawn getting the kill, and they're slowly clearing out waves. Take no only the Sejuani, LeBlanc, and Bard are gonna go for the defense, in which case Kisi dashes his way out of there. But looks like Roxy will may regret.
Everyone's hopping in.
Trying to go onto that Orn. Looks like Vaughn will get the kill right there. There goes LeBlanc. Only Lyra remains. That's gonna be France. Will he be able to get the kill? That will be the stun, and that will be the ace, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have a clear winner right here.
Yeah, another ace for UC, and I think that will be the fight that will lead them to end the game. They're already knocking down Nexus, or once France begins hitting these.
Indeed, there goes Nexus turret number 1. Hatred, he's going to try to defend, but that's one squishy switch. Very vulnerable. He's going to get dived in. Called the forward con for the knockup. One actually gets saved by the passive, but ladies and gents, congratulations. University of the Cordilleras one step closer to making it to the North Conference Finals of the LCL.
Yeah, very well played game there from UC, and I mean, they just played really well. MNHS, unfortunately, during that game, they just weren't able to stand up. Let's hope for the next game they can come back.
And it's just so interesting how that one team fight, University of the Cordilleras, was able to get so much value out of it.
Yeah, these team fights, those big on 5-on-5s, they can really make or break your team's momentum. And right there, it looks like UC, they just knocked the wind out of MNHS.
Indeed. I mean, we're just going to have to see. Like we mentioned, guys, this is the semifinals for the North Conference. And this game, this best of 3 will determine who will basically determine who will face off Bulacan State University. But for the meantime, we're going to be taking a quick break for right now. Yeah. Once again, we have been your casters, Arctic at your service, fam. With me is Chisto. This is the Garena Local Collegiate League 2017 Summer Term powered by Lenovo. Challenge what you know. We'll be right back. So get some dinner, fam. Stay tuned. Be careful, my friend, and down he goes to Vertical. Vaughn trying to run this out as well. Take no passive for him. Hatred manages to get the kill. JP trying to run this out. Clarity gets the kill, and that will be vengeance for him. JP throws down like crazy. That will be Vaughn managing to secure MNHS under turret, though. That will be called for. That will be 2 members of MNHS that pay the price. MNHS to go for the response. Vaughn is so tanky, though. Clarity able to ram down right into the wall. That will be Roxy.
Oh, we're gonna see a fight.
That will be Clarity knocking away the target. But meanwhile, UC forced to back away. There are low health members. Clarity very low. Forced to deal with France right there. That will be called for. Does not seek any targets, but France gets the kill. The Clarity. That will be Kisi as well, getting the kill onto Hatred. 3 members of MNHS are down already. Vertical trying to run this out. Make that 4 members. LeBlanc trying to run this out. Jab not out of there, but Take No Bot is taking quite a bit from Hatred. That will be a moment of invulnerability coming in from Jab. So UC, this is going to be big for them. Meanwhile, Take No. Francis pushing out the outside, but he comes into the fight. Hatred goes down. Vertical will be the next casualty, but no, looks like the rest of MNHS have to fend for themselves. Meanwhile, Clarity has been left in the back of the line will be going down. Vaughn getting the kill, and they're slowly clearing out waves. Taking only just with one. LeBlanc in charge are going to go for the defense, in which case TC dashes way out of there. But looks like Roxy will may regret.
Everyone's hopping in.
Trying to go onto that board. Looks like Vaughn will get the kill right there. There goes LeBlanc. Only Lyra remains. That's going to be France. Will he be able to get the kill? That will be the stun, and that will be the ace, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have a clear winner right here.
Yeah, another ace for UC, and I think that will be the fight. That is bad.
One actually gets saved by the passive, but ladies and gents, congratulations. University of the Cordilleras one step closer to making it to the North Conference Finals of the LCL.
Yeah, very well played game there from UC. And
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.